Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to my class. So, in class 4B Science, we were doing lesson 4 adaptations in animals. We were doing, isn't it? Already, the topic adaptation in terrestrial animals we have done, and in our live classes today, we have done adaptations in aquatic animals, adaptations in amphibians, and adaptations in aerial animals we have done. So, in just an elaborate form, we are just going to discuss. Okay, so let us just go through once that what are the adaptations in terrestrial animals. Okay, so you see, terrestrial animals are the animals that live only on land. So you find that terrestrial animals you find only on the land. You find in any other place you are not going to find them. Okay, so what are some of the features? Just let us go through. Terrestrial animals have well developed body and sense organs. Their body is well developed as well as their sense organs, which enable them to sense changes in their surroundings. If there is any change in the surroundings, you see, the animals, they are the first thing to feel that, to sense that. You will see, if there is some danger, you will see dogs, they start barking, isn't it? So they feel a sense of danger. Animals, they feel a sense of danger, okay, beforehand. All right, so you can say it as one of their features also. You can say most of them have 4 legs which help them to walk, jump, move on land. If you see animals all around yourself, you will see cows, goats, dogs, cats. So you will see they have 4 legs, okay, which help them to walk, run, move about, move around, okay, hunt and protect themselves. You see, they even hunt also, and they protect themselves. On the other hand, some animals like snakes, they don't have legs, so animals, they crawl, okay. They even snakes slither also. Snakes crawl as well as slither, okay. Some land animals, they live on trees. They are known as arboreal animals like monkeys, tree snakes and squirrels, okay. Some animals live in the desert. Now, what type of features they have that help them to survive in the desert? We have already discussed that they have a hump. The camels, they have a hump in which they store the extra fat, okay, so that they can live for many days. They can survive without food and water. All right, they have broad, flat, leathery pads at the bottom of their hooves so that their legs don't sink in the sand. Some animals like snakes and lizards, they sleep during the hot hours of daytime. So in the daytime, some animals sleep, okay. See, some animals, what they do, they sleep during the daytime when it is very hot in the summer season to protect themselves from the heat, okay, like snails and lizard, okay. This is called summer sleep or estivation. All right, then let us talk about animals in the polar regions. Here we are talking about terrestrial animals, okay. So in different places they live. They can live in the snow, they can live in the desert, they can live on the some are arboreal animals, okay, they live on the trees, okay. Some move around on the land, so but all are terrestrial animals, okay. Now you see, in the polar regions, what happens? They have thick fur on their body which gives them warmth, okay. Other polar animals like penguins and seals, they have thick layer of fat under their skin called blubber. The fat they have, that helps them to keep warm, and they depend upon this fats during winters, okay. Now there are some animals like bears, snakes and ground squirrels which become inactive and they go for sleep. They go for long sleep in winters to protect themselves from cold. This is called winter sleep or hibernation. So we talked about summer sleep or estivation, and now we are talking about winter sleep or hibernation, okay. Body color of some animals like zebra, polar bear and chameleon blend with the surroundings. Sometimes you see you cannot find a chameleon or a lizard, they change their body color to protect themselves. If you try to find them in the forest, you cannot find them. They will change according to their surroundings. So that is known as camouflaging. Okay, all these things we talked about when I explained you about adaptations in terrestrial animals. Okay, now you see we are going to talk about adaptations in aquatic animals. All right, what are the adaptations in aquatic animals? How they adapt themselves? Okay, how they adapt themselves where they live. So you see, aquatic animals are the animals that live only in water. If they go out of water, they are going to die. They will not survive if they go outside water. So aquatic animals are the animals that live only in the water. Okay, some examples: fish, seahorse and octopus. They can live only in the water. If they come out, they are going to die. So they have the following features. What are the features? They have some particular features. Here we talked about some particular features of the terrestrial animals. Now we are going to talk about some of the particular features of the aquatic animals that help them to survive in water. Aquatic animals have a streamlined or a spindle-shaped body. You have seen the shape of their body, the shape of a fish. You have seen how it is. So the shape of their body, that is spindle shaped, or you can say streamlined, they move forward. Okay, that helps them to move easily through water, so that it is shaped in such a way their bodies are, if you have seen a fish, suppose you can see when fish is brought at home from the market, you just see the shape of the fish. It is streamlined or spindle shaped. Okay, so the shape of their body helps them to move through the water easily because they move forward. How they move? They cut the water and they move forward. Okay, most of them have fins or limbs that help them to swim in the water. They have fins. You can see the picture is given here on page 33. The fishes, they have fins to swim in the water. Aquatic birds. Now let us talk about some aquatic birds like duck and geese. If you have seen duck in the water, okay, they have webbed feet which act as paddles. The webbed feet. So when you cycle, most of you know how to cycle. I hope so. You know cycling. So you paddle, isn't it? You use your legs to paddle the cycle. So in that same way, the ducks, what they do, they have webbed feet which act as paddles. Okay, their webbed feet, they are acting actually as paddles and help them to push water back. With that, they push the water back so that they can move forward while swimming. Fish have gills to breathe inside water. Now what do fishes have? They have gills. Okay, they don't have lungs, they have gills to breathe inside water. Fishes, but there are some exceptions like whales and dolphins. See, whales and dolphins, they are also aquatic animals, but they have lungs to breathe. Fishes, they have gills. Whales and dolphins, they have lungs to breathe. Now let us come to adaptation in amphibians. Okay, this was adaptation in aquatic animals. Adaptations